Okay, this is part 2. We're going to wrap another present. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. As you can see, all of our boxes are going to be Amazon boxes, so don't laugh. Still got my sticker. You can take the time off of boxes like this and pull all the stuff off if you want, and that might make it look prettier. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to wrap it. Okay, so I'm going to take some gift wrap, oops, and I'm going to, instead of just trying to wrap this with wrapping paper, which is what I used to do, I would just try to put it in a box, just a little bit bigger, and I found the one that fits the best. Okay, so we're going to do this. You don't have to crumble it up this time. We're just put it in here. We're going to fold it in like that. We don't even have to tape it. Okay, so see, it's going to fit in this box nicely. And then I'm going to put some of this on the end so that it doesn't roll around. All right, and now we're going to close the box. And is everybody able to see this here? I'm going to take this off too, just to kind of make it look like a box that didn't come in the mailbox yesterday. Which you probably did, but that's all right. Get some of the label off here. It doesn't matter if this is from Amazon, it's okay. But you can do what you want. You don't have to do what I did there. Okay, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use the same kind of wrapping paper I used in the last video, which is this wrapping paper here. This scrap is not big enough to go around here, so I will get a new piece, and I will show you how to wrap the whole thing. I'm going to tape the ends down so that they don't pop open when I'm trying to wrap the package here. Okay, so go get the wrapping paper. Get that out of the way. I'm going to do this just like I did the last one. We're going to take this, we're going to measure the sides here so that we can get, you see how this would be bad if the sides are taller than, if the wrapping paper is taller than the sides. We're going to make it so it's a little bit shorter. Halfway to 3/4 should be about good. And we'll do the same over here. Now I have to figure out where it would be on here, so I'm guessing it would probably be about right here. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to, that's my mark right there. I'm going to fold this right here. And the last one I showed you how you have to be very, very careful because it can be uneven if we don't do this right. Here, let me move the box out of the way so you can see what's going on here. Okay, this is not exactly even with the bottom, so let's go ahead and make sure they're even, and then we make sure they're even on the top as well. So that we get a straight line instead of a sideways line. Let's see, this isn't right. Okay, this has to go down a little bit. That doesn't match right. Oops, there goes my roll. Okay, that looks good. Okay, because this side is here, and that's even, and that's even. Okay, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take, it's got a line right here because of the crease, and I'm going to cut it. And hopefully cut it as straight as I can. It's good to have a nice pair of cutting scissors as well. It's very helpful to have scissors that cut paper. Do not use scissors that cut material on paper or they will ruin your scissors. Okay, that's not very, very straight on the end because it kind of got bunched up, but that's okay. I'm going to take this. This is the top part of the package, and this is the bottom part. This is the part that they're going to open up first. So what we're going to do is put down on the bottom, and I'm going to take this, make sure that the sides are going to be big enough, or I'll have an object lesson of what happens when it's not big enough here. I think it will be though. Okay. Okay, I'm going to tape this onto here, like this. Can you see what I'm doing here? then the next step would be to, I'm not going to use all this wrapping paper because I can save some wrapping paper for other smaller packages. I'm going to take enough on this side. You can see it goes to there. So I'm going to just take a little bit more than that, and I'm going to cut probably about right here, and I'm going to fold it over. So I have to have a little bit of space for the folding over. Since this has got a pattern on it, I can just cut right across the straight pattern. I'm going to cut right across the bows here. And it should come out even without having to fold it. Just set that aside. Fold this over. Can you see how I'm doing this? And then see what it looks like? Look at what it looks like. It's nice and folded. It's got a nice folded edge right there. I'm going to tape it. I put a couple pieces of tape. You know, you can do whatever you want. Some people just want to tape the whole thing up, but then you have to think about how hard it's going to be for the recipient to open the package. And if it's a small child, they're going to get frustrated if it's a lot of tape on it. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're going to do over here. I'm going to just put it right here. I'm going to push this down like we did in the other one. And sometimes, I mean, you can tape it down. You don't have to. Sometimes it helps though because it's just kind of bunchy. It bunches up and, you know, kind of gets in the way. But like I said, if you have a small child that's going to be opening this and there's a whole bunch of tape, he's not going to be real happy. Okay, I'm going to take these little corners, these little flaps right here. I'm going to press them together so that they form a nice fold, a nice neat edge. And I'm going to bring them like this. Bring them in on the inside like that, and see the edges are nice and folded. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to hopefully be able to fold it here. Hopefully there's enough space. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to be able to do a very big one, but I'll have to do a tiny one. And I'm going to press down to make it a nice crease, and then what we'll do is we'll tape this. Are you with me so far? Okay, that looks okay. And we'll do the same thing on this side. I'm going to push this down. You don't have to tape it, but you can if you want to help it to just stay down when you're trying to fold it. Now this side has got a little bit of a problem because it's got a little extra piece of cardboard sticking out from the gift box. Okay, let's fold these things so it's not going to look really, really nice and straight like the others. Okay. I'm going to fold this over, I'm going to fold this over, and I am going to fold these things down here as well so that they won't be bunchy and looking. Okay, now if you notice I've got very, very little space here to put a fold, so I'm going to make it very, very tiny. I'm going to push down and hopefully it will cover the other side and nothing's showing outside of the box. Okay. Barely, but it's there. That's why it's important to measure it, even if it's just a good guess. This is a package here. And we have some ribbon here too. We'll put the ribbon on this one. And we'll show you how to do this. Don't stop again. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to take 2 pieces of ribbon. You don't have to take 2. You can take 1. You can take whatever size ribbon you want. Okay, I'm going to pull a whole bunch out to start with so it doesn't get stuck while I'm trying to wrap the present here. Okay, this is the bottom of the present, and this is the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to guess about how much I'm going to use. And I'm going to turn this over so that the top part's on the bottom. And then I'm going to go like this. This should be enough, I would think. Might be way too much, but better way too much than not enough. Okay, this is called curling ribbon, and you can get it from Amazon. Or probably from a craft store or somewhere. maybe even a 5 and 10 or a store like Walmart probably has a lot of that. Okay, I tied it in here so it has a little knot, but it's not a secure knot, okay? I just put one under the other, okay? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find the middle. I'm going to find the middle part and I'm going to tape it down. I'm going to pull it first of all, make sure it's really tight as it can be. And then I'm going to put some tape on it so it doesn't undo itself while I'm trying to do the other side. And all my measurements on this are just a guess, so I could be ending up making a lopsided ribbon here. It's possible. Okay, now what I'm going to do is turn this over like this. Okay, this is the top part. I'm going to take this and then put those two together a little bit more. Okay, I am going to take these two ribbons. You don't have to be this fancy. Sometimes it gets kind of tangly when you use more than one ribbon. So you might want to just start off with one if you've never done this before. Okay, I'm going to put under this ribbon, okay? I'm going to put this side under this ribbon. This is just to keep it in place a little bit better. Oops. It's hard to see it when you're looking sideways. Okay, now I've got this, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to tie a knot with these two sets of ribbons. Oops. Tie it to a tight knot here. Let's see what it looks like now. Okay, now I'm going to take this and make a big bow out of it. That's going to be a really, really big bow. Okay, now, if you want to be fancy and you have a lot of time on your hands, you can actually curl the ribbon, okay? And this is how you curl the ribbon. You take the extra pieces of ribbon that aren't part of the bow, and you just go like that. Oops. And you can do that to all four pieces that are not part of the bow. Alright, and so there is our package. Straighten it up a little bit here. And you can even tape it if you want. Again, you know, like once you straighten it up, and if it looks a little lopsided before, just put a little tape on it. No one will ever know the difference eventually, and it'll all be undone in about 2 seconds when the recipient gets it. So that is how you wrap a gift package, medium size. Small.